What is going on, guys? Red here. Welcome back to another Dark and Darker video. Today we're going to be doing some solo wizard gameplay in the Goblin caves at the max gear score bracket. This is currently the queue with the most PvP and the most gear in the game. The gear I am using currently is going to be on the screen. Nothing too special. Don't even have a cape or a hat because we're running the Lycan skin and we want to look less powerful than we are, so we're running the sleeper build. For the perks, we are running Quick Chant, Sage, Arcane Mastery, and Mana Surge. And here are the 10 spells that we are going to be running. This video won't be live commentary. I'm actually going to be commentating over some gameplay that I recorded earlier. So let's dive in. All right, and we load into game number 1. All these lobbies are full. There's a bunch of rogues, a bunch of clerics and solos, so we got to be careful and make sure we don't instantly die. Pretty much, to get all the action in the Goblin caves, you want to clear towards the middle of the map. And you should see people almost instantly if the lobbies are full. So we're just clearing some goblins, take a hit there. All good though, we do have the heal shrine. I actually decided to not use it here. I just heal up regularly because the heal shrine can be a really quick reset if you're in a fight. And if you're losing a fight, you can just retreat, back up, and quickly grab the shrine. But yeah, this setup is really strong. If you just go for the true damage on the amulet and rings with a decent spellbook and some knowledge, you're pretty powerful. And we finally reached the module, this one in the middle, that has the most action by far. And as you can see, I open the door and immediately run away from the door and throw a light orb. This is because a common rogue tactic is to just camp a doorway until they hear footsteps, and then they go stealth and try to kill you. But light orb does help with that. We see our first enemy, the door opens east, and we're gonna run into a staff bonk wizard. Open up with a quick fireball. I know he wants to staff bonk me, so I'm just baiting him to run into me with invis. And we finish him with the direct fireball. Turn the corner, and third-party fighter is on the way. Sprint has been used, and now we gotta kill this fighter. And right here when I juke him, the Goblin Mage hits him with the projectile, which is very unlucky for him. His move speed is turbo slowed, and his healing isn't healing him because it heal cuts you. And then we get hit by the projectile right at the end of the fight, luckily. But yeah, good fight to both those guys. I don't loot the body right away. I decide to just campfire always before I loot, especially with the looting speed being nerfed. It's better to just get back all your spells and just assume a third party is going to be on the way. We have regenerated all of our spells, and now it is time to loot up. What did this fighter have? Oh yeah, this guy was pretty geared. Purple rings, necklace, legendary falchion. Legendary dashing boots. I take his cape, but I don't decide to wear it. That dark plate's really nice. It has 2 Vig with 3 Fizz power. And we're going to sell all of this later, and we're going to tally up how much all of this actually costs. Head over to the wizard that was playing the bonk build, see what he has. And this guy wasn't geared at all. We're just running the budget bonk wizard build, which is still really deadly. It can still 2-shot me at my health pool. If you're ever playing bonk wizard, you should probably just try to throw a fireball or zap before you engage, because he was just going straight for the melee bonks, and unfortunately it just doesn't work out for him there at all. But yeah, I do see people in the kill feed dying, so there has to be more players in this one. And I'm hunting. I'm trying to go for the 3-piece here. Just gonna quickly speed up the video. I just make a little loop looking through the doors if there's any signs of life form. And then we wrap back to the middle here. Deja vu with the light orbs. And I thought the elevator was coming down here, but it happened to just be going up. because I really wanted to extract with what we had. So we're kind of just chilling in the middle here. This is the best place to kind of hover if you're just trying to find PvP, and we do end up finding a pretty geared bonk wizard. He just opened the door on the north side there. And the reason I come in looking like this without a cape and the lichen skin is exactly for this reason, how this guy plays it against me. He is straight up just holding W and trying to hit me with a staff. He lets me get 2 splash fireballs, 3 zaps, and he just folds. He didn't even have the staff ignited as he was running towards me. And that's probably because if you see an undergeared wizard, you're just gonna assume it's a free kill, but unfortunately for him, we're casting some spells and doing some damage. And that guy was pretty geared. And so before looting him, I decided to just rest to get my zaps back. But I hear some guy throw a torch. I think he's underneath me. So I just get up, turn off this torch here, and loot the body in complete darkness. Let's see what this guy had. Our inventory's already pretty full, but as you can see, this guy was geared. He had double grimmies with true magic damage, a good cloak, ruby silver vestments, good leather cap, and I pretty much just start wearing all of his stuff and just dropping mine. I hear a door open, and it's a ranger with a straw hat and cobalt trousers, which looks pretty geared with a longbow. This is a really bad fight for me. You want a protection pod before you go into a fight with a ranger. I quickly hit a sneaky rest behind the pillar to try and get back my zaps, because zap is one of the best spells against any range class in the game. I do hear the elevator coming, so my plan is to just pressure him back so that we can lock the door and then go take the elevator. Because even if I kill this guy, I have 0 room in my inventory, so the kill would be quite pointless. I checked to make sure he's not near the door. He's ran away. And then for some reason, I decided to turn back, magic lock the door, and then I missed the elevator. Which is completely fine, because we do have other extracts. He does re-peek the door, but he never actually pushes, which I'm surprised, honestly. I think it's because he saw the kill feed with 3 kills from a wizard and he got pretty scared. But right before we take the extract, I yoink the legendary magic staff. And we just magic lock him and go for the extract. We have a ton of loot on us. That was an insane first game. And yeah, I'm just going to speed up me running to the extraction point here. Again, I'm just light orbing to clear out any potential rogues. I can't with the sound sped up. It sounds so funny. Final light orb. And just to be safe, invis, make sure no one's camping it. And we are out. What a first match. 3 kills, some good loot. Let's see how much it's worth. So the first 10 items come out to 10.8 thousand gold. Yes, that magic staff is worth 5,000 gold because of how popular the builds are right now. And then we have another 6 items here that total up to 3.9 thousand gold, giving us a total of about 14.7 thousand gold. Not a bad first run. This was also a full lobby game. There was a ruby silver cleric, so definitely some geared players in this one as well. We spawned pretty far from the middle, directly at the bottom of the map. And in usual fashion, I'm just going to clear it to the middle of the map, of course, where all the action is. It's also good to give yourself some space. And if we clear up here, we can have a door open, kite back. You always want to plan ahead, especially when you're playing a ranged class that requires landing a ton of skill shots to get the kill while kiting backwards. If you get trapped in a corner, against like a fighter, you're pretty much dead. Unfortunately, this time we don't have the heal shrine, so we can't rely on that. Gotta play a little more careful, not take any damage. It's really good to creep around too. It's really hard to not make noise though on Wizard, but if there are any rogues, you don't want to be giving them information of where you are. So I always try to kind of just creep around. Again, here I'm just opening this door because it gives me an option to kite into. And first player has been spotted. And it is a rogue that looks geared. And you're gonna notice that this guy doesn't emote. He doesn't even see me as a threat based on my appearance. He thinks I'm just a free kill. But I'm coming for those rogue cheeks. And I'm full aggressive on this guy. I've already landed a zap. I'm constantly rehasting to get that move speed. And here he paths terribly, but luckily for him, I whiff 3 zaps in a row. And then the fireball hits the goblin. The fire trap traps him here. Hit him with another splash fireball, and he's still on the run. I'm so surprised he doesn't just all-in me there when he was trapped. We end up finishing off with the jump shot ice bolt headshot there. Pretty satisfying kill. And that guy was pretty tanky. I opened the fight with 2 zaps, hit him with 2 splash fireballs, and it still took an ice bolt to kill him. So I'm just assuming he's geared. Of course, before looting or anything, I always like to campfire and reset my spells. So that is exactly what we do. And now it is time to see what this man had. Crim Smile Ring with health. This guy was decently geared. I wouldn't say insane, but definitely a decent kit worth a couple thousand. Again, at the end of the game, I'm going to show you what I list all the items for on the marketplace. I think that's the best way of doing it. When you get a kill like this, what you want to do is just take everything. I should have just pretty much right-clicked his entire kit into my bag, because you want to always have a full inventory. You can always replace stuff later when you get a 2nd or 3rd kill. But I don't take his Shadow Mask. It did have health on it. Those are decently priced. But my immediate thought is, let's go back into the middle and try and get some kills. I accidentally pull like 9 mobs, but all good. The thing I love about normals is that Wizard can actually clear the mobs with a bit of gear. Because even in High Roller, when you have gear, the mobs are still a pain in the butt to clear. Because all the mobs have 36% magic damage reduction, but they have no physical damage reduction. So Wizard gets the short end of the stick when clearing mobs. And there's definitely still some gamers in this lobby. Only 2 people have died. And we still have an inventory to fill as well. If there's ever a mob that seems like it's going to be a pain to clear, just magic missile it. It is not worth the stress of trying to crystal sword some of these ranged mobs. This is also a room you just don't want to be in as a wizard. Spiders are your worst enemy. But it's always good to just take your time and clear. Create some space, and it's not really worth trying to like open a door with 4 spiders under you and then get stuck and die. Plus Wizard has a really bad resourcefulness, so it takes a while to open doors. Again, I'm doing the maneuver of opening a door light orbing right away. Just so we don't get rogue stealthed on. Could could be in this corner, so I have to light orb, you know? Just be extra safe. You can also poke your head through the doors like that in case there is a ranger trap, or you might even see a rogue camping the door. You're gonna see me doing that a lot. Just be careful though, if you poke your head through the door, they can hit you. Before I proceed forward here, I'm resting to get my light orbs back, because we're going to be going to the most dense part of the map in the middle where all the PvP happens, so we want to make sure we have as many light orbs as possible. And as like I said, I'd be creeping around a lot. Although light orb does give away your position because it makes so much noise. And we've made it to the middle of the map yet again. I like to run around like this without the book in my hand, just because you do get that extra move speed. And we do spot a player west with a crossbow out. Looks like a fighter. Dodge the shot, hit him with a fireball. And you're gonna notice I space out of the pillar, he sprints, and we just run away. And then he gets on the lift, bandages, let me lands a free ice bolt, and then we just fireball him. Don't really know what his plan was there. Again, I'm just checking behind me, checking my surroundings. Hit a quick magic lock on the door. You really shouldn't do that unless you know someone's behind the door, but look at the range of it. It's kind of insane. And this is going to give us time to loot without me worrying that the door is going to be open behind me. And look at this. This guy killed a juiced cleric, and he was just trying to extract. And he also had some decent gear. So he basically just got a double kill with that kill. Again, I'm looking around to make sure no one's there. And look, a fighter walks in. This is why you gotta be aware of your surroundings, because we're in the middle of the map. I'm baiting him with the crystal sword cast. And, yeah, this fight is the definition of I'm whiffing spells. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let the fight play out. And one of the magic missiles comes back to headshot him there and finishes him off. That was actually a really risky move. If you ever have to go for one of those magic missile barrel stuffs, be careful, because it's killed me a lot of times. We quickly leave the middle and go for a campfire reset. There's so much loot on that guy's body in the middle, so I want to quickly get all my spells back, get my health back up, go back and loot, and then extract. Again, before sitting, I just double lock the doors. And yeah, we have a lot of loot to claim. That fight lasted a lot longer than it should have, but sometimes you're just gonna whiff spells. What can you do? I see the elevator come down, and I know that I'm probably not going to be able to loot and then get out. So we quickly check the fighter we killed. Again, being extra safe with the light orbs. You just have to do this to be consistently extracting, or else you're eventually just going to get killed by a rogue. The new looting speed change, by the way, is very annoying. Like, my muscle memory keeps thinking that I can just loot the body quickly. I don't know if you guys like that change. Let me know in the comments. The looting change for solos seems terrible because if you can't loot a body fast, if you kill someone, someone can just run you down and you're forced to run away. Again, this guy had another Grim Smile ring, decent leather cap. He was a Slayer fighter build. Yeah, most of the good loot was from the cleric that he actually killed and had all of his items. So I'm just trying to min-max and take the best items that we can sell. If you have a bunch of meds, drop them and make some room for gear that you can sell. We only have 2 minutes left. I'm just thinking, like, what can I put in my bag? I just take some random items and now it's time to extract. Again, we have a full inventory. We've gotten 3 kills, but we're not out yet. You always gotta play like there's a rogue behind every corner. Invis in case there's a rogue standing in the extract. And we're out. 2 really good games back to back, surprisingly. For the first 10 items, they total up to 6,074 gold. Quickly just mousing over them in case you guys want to see. And then the remaining 8 items we have listed here total up to 2,400 gold. With the profit from those 2 games combined, we made 23,174 gold. And that is going to conclude the video. Let me know, guys, if you enjoyed this style of commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed the wizard gameplay, and until next time, take it easy and peace out.